Hi guys.
Hello. Another Pokemon Fairy video.
Yeah.
Well, discussion more of.
Major spoilers.
Big ass leaks.
Yeah.
Lurantis, 4chan leaks.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything we're going to be talking about.
He had an early copy of the game. There was story spoilers, but there will be no story spoilers in this.
Yeah, we're just talking about game aspects, Pokemon typings, move releases, stats. A few other aspects.
There's a post-game thing, but we already know the post-game thing exists anyway.
And a bit of bitching.
And some complaints maybe. Right then.
To the Blue League.
League match. With
Right.
Apollo Justice.
List of discussion topics here. First on the list, Gengar with a full stop, because I don't really need to...
Yeah, they took away Levitate.
My favourite Pokemon. And... For no clear reason.
Even as a Mega Gengar,
Let's just fuck him up.
let's just replace that Levitate ability with
Let's
Chaos
just get
Body.
rid of it with Chaos Body.
Like
which
for
is,
every ability, even hidden ability is Chaos Body.
and it's not like he's going to be alive long enough for... Well, you maybe disable a move every so often when
they
he
could have
dies.
at least just
but
done Levitate as a hidden ability.
He's not going to be alive long enough for you actually to have any real gain from it.
Yeah.
It's just really annoying. Also a few other things like Sucker Punch. I never actually checked up on what happened to Sucker Punch. What happened to Sucker Punch?
I don't know.
The priorities, I think.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, I didn't even realise Sucker Punch had been affected in any way.
Yeah, the legendary dogs have all been nerfed. Alright.
Is there abilities that have changed, haven't they?
Yeah, Darkrai, Dark Void is now 50% accuracy, so that's just really useful.
Yeah.
I think there's a few other minor changes, but in general, just why? Like for Gengar, I can understand it's quite overpowered in its Mega, but
I believe it was like banned in tournaments at one point.
But it's like right.
I might be wrong on that, but
well, it's banned in the OU thing on Smogon, I believe. The Mega version.
Yeah.
But it's like, if the Mega version's a problem, sort out the Mega. Don't, like, I never used the Megas really myself, so I'm not too bothered if they were to fuck the Mega up. But just don't fuck with that Gengar, man.
Didn't they come up with anything goes so that you can use it again? But it was mainly for Mega Rayquaza that we did that for. Because I'm banned as well.
Yeah. I'm sure I saw it on the... I don't know, I'm fairly new to the whole Smogon strategy. Yada yada yada. Another thing with the UVs, I don't know if I'm saying UVs, Ultra Beasts, they were talking about the story. I suppose this is sort of a story spoiler, but it's nothing too much detail. Basically in the leaks they've only really mentioned UV1 and UV2. So it looks like... Yeah, so it looks like all the others might be post-game by the looks of it.
Yeah,
I'm anticipating maybe like a Looker series, because... I reckon
he's going to be in it, yeah.
The battle tree. Found out how many trainers there are. Don't want to know, like, skip the next 30 seconds.
Yeah, 9 of them.
Only 9. Yeah. And they are Red, Blue, Sinner, Dexia, Grimsley, Annabelle, Wally, Colress, and Cynthia.
Yeah. Grimsley, that guy in Gen 5 that no one really cared about as an Elite Four member, I guess.
Annabelle, the person that neither of us could even remember and had to look up, and even then was like, sort of remember the sprite.
Yeah.
A bit, maybe. But, I don't know, it can't be that difficult just to make up some new trainers. There's obvious choices there. I don't know, there's like the one that everyone would sort of go for, like Lance, where maybe you don't want a panda, but... Annabelle and Grimsley?
People that... Personally, I didn't really care about either of them.
Nah, I'm a bit on the fence about Sinner and Dexia,
I'm also confused
but
as to why there's more Gen 5 characters than there is, like, other gens.
Yay, Gen 5.
What about Gen 2? There's no Gen 2 characters.
We're fairly anti-Gen 5.
Salt Skies.
It's alright, but the artwork was just
ugly.
A bit off. All the colours just went...
Everything was a blocky mess.
Yeah. Like, we do like some stuff from it, but overall, it ranks bottom.
Yeah. Story's alright, but...
Yeah, the story was quite a good improvement. I quite enjoyed it, but... Yeah. Gust Grass has now become firefighting.
Yeah, it is the new firefighting. It's just everywhere.
Everywhere for some reason. Like with the anchor, like I get some of it's wood, but grass, really? did you need to?
Yeah.
Like, another gust steel would have been alright. Gust water could have been alright.
I don't even think, is there a gust water?
Oh, gust water. Yeah, the jellyfish. Jellicent.
Oh yeah. I should know that. I used it like when I was on the Gen 5 games. I used it because water absorb.
It's like I'm all for ghosts because like favourite type, but I don't know. Just explore it a bit. Go for some new types.
Oh, there is one new type, which is a ghost. Shadow.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't write my shadow down here.
We're putting it in now.
Alright, fuck it, let's talk about my shadow now. Gust fighting.
Yeah. Has its own Z move as well, which we
looks
don't know.
Fucking awesome.
I've not seen a Z move.
Have you not?
No.
Alright, I mean as in the effects, you know the effects.
That's its normal attack. That's just its
is it a normal attack?
Just, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Its Z move uses the normal attack.
For if you don't know, its normal attack steals all stat upgrades.
Yeah, and then deals damage to the opponent.
And then proceeds to deal damage. I was quite up for it.
I believe it's called.
Its stats are fairly good, if I remember correctly.
One of the items found in the game is Mashadium Z.
I've never been a massive fan of legendaries in general, or mythicals or anything like
But it's
that,
a ghost,
but I think my shadow might be the first thing that... Yeah, but Giratina was a ghost, I still wasn't too keen on that. Well, I liked the Pokemon, I don't like using them because they're overpowered.
The antimatter one.
Yeah, antimatter now.
Yeah, apparently.
But yeah, I think that's something that I might actually just use in general in the game for once. Next, Dugtrio and Golan.
I'll do this. Yeah, I'll tag into
Alright, am I moving across? Okay, I'm taking up controller.
Yeah. Dugtrio and Golan, yeah.
I really like Golan.
Golan's cool, yeah.
With its hidden ability.
We also got its typing right.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
It is electric rock.
But electrolyzers.
Galvanize.
Is it refrigerate? Oh, galvanize.
Galvanize is what it's called, where it turns it into normal attacks into electric moves.
Yeah.
Which will be fun with explosion.
And gives them a boost. Yeah.
Fun with explosion.
So, stab bonus, galvanizer bonus. You are looking at the wrong side of the page, goddammit. No, this one here, Dan.
Anyway, you was looking on that one. But
anyway, yeah, I'll be interested to see how well, because it's got quite a high attack stat, how well explosion, a magnet,
yeah,
the ability and the stab bonus will do.
Its normal its normal abilities are decent.
Yeah.
One of them stops steel types from it, which is really situational. But
Dugtrio's suddenly steel.
Yeah, ground and steel type.
So I'm guessing I heard it on a leak that it was supposed to be fairy.
Yeah.
Like, where did that come from?
I think that was just because of the hair in general.
Oh,
like,
they just
the
assumed.
look.
Oh, right, I thought it was confirmed. I don't think I ever actually looked into it because
other people thought it was.
I was like, well, I don't really care.
Other people thought it was ground fire.
Yeah.
Because of the whole fiberglass volcanic hair. Pele's hair is what it's based off.
When they go fire, they make it look fire.
Yeah.
They won't go on some sort of.
But no, it is steel that's growing out of it essentially. That's to insulate from heat.
Well, it makes sense because anything that's like sort of hard, they tend to make into a steel Pokemon. The direction thing don't seem to be working.
It seems a bit off.
No, I mean, oh, there we go. Anyway, back to fairies.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about Wishy-Washy school form because I don't see the point in it really. Like, let's make a good Pokemon, but when it gets to a certain health, it just
when it
goes shit.
25% health, it goes back to normal.
Wait, why? I don't get it. Just
That's the point.
If it's just always in its school form, apart from when it's low health, just have it good.
Yeah, like it's got like really tanky stats. It's just speed.
Yeah,
it's
even
so
its
slow.
attack and stuff and that bad. I think it was
130.
Yeah,
stats,
decent stats.
It's its speed. It's
cast form.
Yeah, cast form. Apparently,
this is rumored, and I haven't seen any evidence for it.
But apparently, one of the things that people are saying is that cast form changes for Sandstorm and possibly terrains as well.
Yeah, which should be interesting. I wonder whether Weatherball.
I was always curious. As to why it didn't do that in the first place.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird that they just left out Sandstorm. Like, it's a fairly easy thing to make.
And it was in the same gen that cast form was in originally.
Yeah.
There is the big desert there. Apricorn Pokeballs.
Yeah, Apricorn Pokeballs are back. No, not this.
There's a Moon Ball, Heavy Ball,
etc. etc.
Fast Ball,
Love
Love Ball.
Just,
a lot of them were bad, but
they never. Well, they just stopped bringing out new Pokeballs for a bit, and I'm just quite happy that
they're using them again.
Yeah,
but there's also
it's just one of the little things that just make the game better.
There's also the apparent Ultra Ball, which is not the Ultra Ball we all know and love. It is another Ultra Ball for Ultra Beasts.
Ultra Beast Ball.
Yeah. Apparently, how it works is it's used for capturing Ultra Beasts and has like normal stats for it. But then when you use it on a
capture Ultra Beasts, that's confirmed.
Yeah. But if you use the ball on normal Pokemon, it has less chance than a normal Pokeball.
Okay.
Yeah. It's specifically for Ultra Beasts.
Yeah. I just assumed that you won't be able to use it on them.
Also
Beast Boost, the ability of every Ultra Beast.
Oh yeah.
Its biggest stat increases every time it kills a Pokemon.
So if you use stuff like Swords Dance,
yeah,
and then go, ooh.
I was gonna say that should be interesting.
Yeah, and then there's Prism Armor as well, which I forget what that does, but one of them has it, I believe.
How would that? I was about to say how would that work if HP was your biggest stat, but I suppose it wouldn't. It's not really counted.
I think it's going for other stats.
Yeah.
Slow ass Pokemon
is the next topic. Why is everything so fucking slow?
Like Vikavolt.
Vikavolt,
yeah. The bug that I'm going to be maining on mine, or I was. I'm not sure now. I don't know. It seems like it'll be fast. It's an electric type. It flies. I believe you see it flying incredibly fast in one shot as well. Right? But it's slow, so slow.
Everything's so slow.
There's Sedazzle, which is quite fast, apparently. The evolution.
Only female evolution from Salander.
The Lizard Combee.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the capture rates aren't as bad, but I think I read somewhere that they might be. So.
Yay!
Fun.
Yeah, Wishy-Washy, which was what I was planning to use as my water type, is also very, very slow. The only water type I've seen with decent speed stats is Bruxish, and I really don't like Bruxish.
Well, the only thing that I liked about everything being slow is, like, I'd picked Rowlet as my main as soon as I saw starters, and then when I saw the Evos, it was confirmed.
What I don't.
And everyone's going, "Oh, Decidueye! Look how slow it is! Ha! It's got such a crap slow stat."
See, what I don't get about that is,
and then it's just, oh,
Litten has
it's
really
the fastest.
Litten has really. Litten has the highest speed out of all of them. And then when it evolves, it also has the highest speed out of all of them. And then when it turns into Incineroar, its speed drops.
Yeah. Have you seen the meme where it's next to an Ember?
No.
Ember's got a higher speed stat.
Oh, really?
Yes! It's like both essentially sort of the same Pokemon, just different body types. One of them quite fat, one of them
fighting.
quite fit and a wrestler.
Yeah.
Also, one thing that I don't quite get, like, I always believed that it was going to be Dark type as soon as it sort of was rumoured. Because I just... Well, saying this now about Game Freak, I didn't think they were that stupid to keep doing firefighting.
Are you sure?
But then they just sort of did this with everything else.
Yeah. Well, you don't know about how it looks like a wrestler even though it's Dark type.
Yeah, sorry.
But I do know why it's...
But it's weak to fighting.
Yeah.
It's a wrestler, but it's weak to fighting. It's just, I don't like the logic.
The Dark typing is because it's a heel wrestler, which is the bad guy wrestler, who's a senior wrestler.
Who is weak to fighting. I suppose in Japan...
The bad guy always loses.
I suppose in Japan fighting's supposed to be seen as the heroic type.
I guess, yeah.
So I guess that's why.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just didn't sit right with me.
Abilities.
Yeah, we've got abilities on here because we've got a list of all the new abilities. There's some pretty cool ones in there, and with the new ability stealing things, like Grimer, its hidden ability, it can...
The power of alchemy!
Yeah. It takes the ability of a fallen Pokemon. So that could be pretty interesting.
It does the same thing as the monkey.
There's one of them where if the opponent's poisoned, all your hits are critical hits,
which is a really good ability.
Quite a good thing for the Grimer.
The only thing I've noticed is that the only Pokemon that has it is it's Marini. It's called
the big
sea urchin thing.
Yeah.
It has a really low attack stat and special attack stat, so
yeah.
all of its critical hits will be like a normal attack.
Yeah, its attacks are sort of doubled.
Yeah.
But on another Pokemon, it could be quite useful.
I didn't notice the water bubble, but I think that's what the bug spider has.
Bally's reading through them on my phone as we speak for the first time.
Water bubble, I think it's the bug spider that has it.
I believe so.
With lowest fire type moves and can't be burned. Which is bullshit, because if you boil water, I'm pretty sure you can still get burnt. They have Scald as an attack.
I haven't played this game for ages and I've completely forgotten to block them.
It'll be fine. It's
Mega.
It's only for discussion.
I've just been spamming it for the entire discussion video.
The Anchor Ghost, it's actually a Ghost Grass type.
Its ability Steelworker.
Steelworker, which powers up its Steel type move, yeah.
So it's sort of...
Well,
it's sort of got the Steel stab-ish.
Yeah, but why not just make it Steel type?
Yeah.
That could have been a Steel Ghost, rather than a Grass Ghost. Why is it grass?
Because it's got a wooden wheel behind it and some moss. It doesn't matter that the majority of it's made out of metal.
Or water.
Yeah, or there's an anchor that goes into water.
Yeah. Let's ignore that part.
Yeah. Bear with us. Speed reading.
That's it, yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's all the ones on there.
No, there's some more. I've got them across on the other side.
I didn't realise you had a scroll.
You take the controller, I'll manage the phone.
Yeah. Sorry guys.
Wimp out, the Pokemon cowardly switches out when its HP becomes half.
We already know that one though.
Yeah. I kind of like that as an ability.
It's only one thing.
It's going to be very irritating to try and like train. Well, no.
To try and capture Wimpod.
Oh yeah. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Nah, with Pokemon like that I tend to just throw a Pokeball immediately.
Just use a quick ball.
Hope for the best.
Apparently, they appear like outside of grass. And,
there's another thing here there's another ability called Emergency Exit where it's the same thing essentially, but it's called Emergency Exit. I don't know what that's for though.
That is Wimp Out.
No, there's Wimp Out. Wimp Out's a separate thing.
Oh.
Emergency Exit and Wimp Out. So whether its evolution gets it or... Interesting. Zygarde's evolution, when it gets to half health, it switches form.
Yeah, we knew that ability anyway.
Did we?
Yeah, it was already confirmed.
Alright.
That's why I haven't gone through the others, because it's stuff we already know.
Okay.
Stake out his gumshoes.
There's Triage that gives priority to healing moves.
Comfy has that. The Flower Wheel, that doesn't evolve,
okay.
But should.
Slush Rush boosts Speed Stat and Hailstorm.
That's given to the Alolan Sandshrew.
Yes.
Yeah. It's its hidden ability.
Berserk, which I don't really get because it boosts special attack rather than attack. And usually in a Berserker thing, it's someone running up and...
Is it not just attack stats, both of them?
No, it's special attack. When it takes a hit that causes its HP to come half or less.
Okay.
That's a bit odd. Liquid Voice, which is the hidden ability of the water.
Right.
Finally though. Turns all sound-based moves into water moves. Which if it can learn Boom Burst, which I haven't checked, that could be quite good.
Boom Burst is a good attack.
Yeah.
When used right, anyway.
Yeah.
It seems that a lot of things just don't work well with it.
Yeah, and it's a multi-hitting move as well, so it could be quite good for double battles.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't hit anything on your side, so if it can learn Boom Burst, that'll be quite devastating.
Yeah.
Schooling. No, I've got that one.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comatose. That was one I wanted to talk about. It is always drowsing and will never wake up.
Yeah,
it can attack without waking
Koala
up.
has it, so we already knew this.
I didn't know this,
Yeah,
and I want to talk about it.
I thought you was keeping track of it.
It's always asleep, so it can't get any status conditions.
It's like permanent sleep talk.
Yeah. Except you can choose.
Yeah.
That should be quite interesting.
Except the koala didn't evolve, so I don't think its stats are
Although
really
things can
overly
give
good.
it nightmares. I don't remember looking at its stats.
Permanent nightmare. That's
yeah, I was
horrible.
gonna say, like,
because you can't wake up.
going against the Darkrai, or just...
Oh no, your chances are you'll miss with a Darkrai now.
Yeah, I think we're all done.
Its signature attack is 50% critical. And only Darkrai can that.
Yeah, we're all done.
Yeah, next page.
Nah, we're all done.
Are we all done?
Everything's finished.
No, we're not.
Here we are.
No, we're not.
Here we are.
We're not all done.
Yeah, but I'd picked out the things we was going to talk about from this list.
I thought you were just going to talk about it.
Excuse our unprofessionalism.
I thought you were just going to talk about it all.
No. I picked out the important bits. Gen 5 Expert Share, that's what's in the new game. You
Gen
talk about this, you know more than me.
Yeah,
I'll siphon the list.
It's not XP share specifically, it's Gen 5 XP gain in general. In Gen 5, the higher level you were, the less you gained going against a weak Pokemon. So say if a level 50 Pokemon went against a level 20 Pokemon, and then a level 20 went against the same level 20 Pokemon, the level 50 you get less experience points overall.
Yeah.
They're using that again, and as seen in the demo, I believe.
Oh, with the last video, I was wondering about whether there'd be any more Pokemon and stuff, but it doesn't look like it. It turns out that Wishy Washy will have been the dolphin that the Chinese leaker was talking about. He thought it was a dolphin, but it's not.
And the snowman is the crab, apparently.
Yeah, Crabominable.
Yeah.
Which is ice fighting and the only new non-Alolan ice type.
Which is disappointing.
I'm glad that ghost types not being treated the same, that's all I can say really. Before they was on pretty level pegging.
I don't know, I think there's less Pokemon this generation than there was in the last, and there weren't that many in the last one. Weren't that many new Pokemon in the last one. Like, altogether, including Alolans, it's less than what we had, including Mega Evolutions.
I think they should just do a game where they just flip everything.
And it's called not Pokemon.
Instead of having grass Pokemon everywhere, ghost and ice Pokemon everywhere.
Yeah.
We could just be in like sort of a nightmare region. I had a note on here of just Ash Greninja can't breed. That's also come out. We know the champion is. Yes, it's confirmed.
We know who the champion is, but it might be story
not telling.
Yeah, we'll never tell.
I
think I'm gonna lose.
And just wanting to end with, where would you rank this gen? Overall.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
No, I was talking to you.
Me? No, I'd like to know what they guys think as well, I guess, but...
fuck it if you wanna.
If you insist, yes. Them guys.
If they're still here.
Where would I rank?
We did pause for quite a lot looking for notes.
I'm
gonna say it's in at 4th for me. Overall.
Yeah, I'd say 4th as well, to be honest. Depending on how the story goes, which I haven't seen anything about it, I'm purposely avoiding story spoilers, which is why I'm not adding them in this.
Yeah. I know quite a lot of the story already.
You ruined it for yourself.
I'm never too, knowing the story before watching it, it never really bothers me that much. Not that much. Because it's not like it's going to be this huge suspense thriller. It's just going to be when you know, you'll just be like...
From what people are saying, it sounds very plot heavy.
There are, I've watched videos and there are a few cinematics. Not full-on cinematics, it's stuff that could be filmed through movements in games.
I saw a screenshot of something that happens later on, and I was like, what the fuck?
And there's a few bits where it's it shows you something that's not actually happening to your character. It shows you other story bits that are happening.
Oh, right, okay.
Meanwhile! Yeah, sort of, pretty much. But yeah, I'd say I'd rank mine 3, 2, 4 this gen.
Gen 2 will always
for my top 4. Gen 3 was, I'd say it was the game where, the other ones I played them and then played it once I got all the legendaries, but Gen 3 I kept playing. I think it was mainly Battle Tower that kept me interested. And I just like the entire feel to it. I can't really fault Gen 3.
Yeah.
I love Gen 3. Gen 3, yeah.
To be fair, Gen 3 is where I got into it properly, but I just like how big Gen 2 was.
I'd say Gen 4 was when I fully got into it, but that's only because it's the first one I played once I was a man! Alright, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. That was a good way to end it. We'll leave it there because that was too close for comfort.
And we've gone on for 24 minutes.
Yeah, please.
Fuck.
So, yeah, tell us what you think, if you think anything.
And we'll leave Gengar on screen as a little memorial to his ironic death, considering his game. They killed a ghost. Well done, Game 3.
Con but not forgotten. If you also don't care, tell us. Tell us that you also don't care.
I think I'm just not going to transfer my Gengar over to the new games.
Just keep it as your Gen 6 Guardian.
Never change! Never change!
If I leave it there, it didn't happen. Right, so yeah, bye guys.
Ta-ta.